Good morning, Year 6. So today we're introducing the ratio symbol. I know we've looked at this in class, but please pay attention to the video and hopefully it'll all make sense and all come back to you. So looking at our anchor task, so match each image with the fraction of squares it contains and the ratio of the three square shapes represented. So yesterday we looked at fractions and we had these shapes here. And then we're moving forward with the ratio symbol on the right hand side. So again, we looked at the denominator as our first eliminator. So we looked at the denominator here. And today it's a bit trickier because we can't just count the objects like we did yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 2 with 10 and 1 with 12. So 10, 10 and 12. So firstly, let's have a look. We're looking at the denominators. So we've got 1 with 12. So if we said that one firstly to here, so we link those two. And then now we've got 2 over 10 and 1/2. Now looking here, we're trying to work out what shape is 1/2. So let's have a look. We've got 2 circles out of a possible 10. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles out of a possible 10. So a simplified fraction would be that one. And here 2/10. Like we said, we've got 1, 2 circles out of 10, 2 triangles out of 10. So it could be either of those shapes. But then we have to match these together. So moving forward, we've got to match them to the ratio. Now we've got to work out what ratio we have. So like we said, here we've got 5 triangles. We've got our 5 triangles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have got 2 diamonds. 1, 2. And 3, 1, 2, 3 circles. So we've matched that one. We can match that one to there. Let's have a look then at the next one. So we have got, we're looking for 1 of something. So let's look at this one. What's 1? What has 1 got? And we're looking 1, 1, 3. Well, that only equals 5. How do we know? So how do we know that it can be matched? So we're looking for a repeating pattern. So here, this has got 10 objects. That ratio equals 5, so it must be equal to this one. As this one equals 6, so that is in the same pattern as 12. So let's have a look. 1, 1 and 3. So we're only looking for 1, maybe 1 circle, and then 1 triangle. Let's get a different color. 1 triangle and 3 of something. So maybe 1, 2, 3 diamonds. Let's have a look again then. So have we got 1 circle? We have. Have we got 1 triangle? Yep. And have we got 3 diamonds? 1, 2, 3. That one goes to that one. And we know this one is left here. And again, we can prove that the same way that we proved here. The language we're going to be looking and using in the questions today: represented, fraction, statements, and ratio. This video will help you with the work we're doing today.
We're going to now start thinking about introducing the ratio symbol. Let's have a look at our representation. We can see we have 5 counters, 3 of them are red and 2 of them are yellow. Let's look at our first sentence. For every blank red counters, there are blank yellow counters. Well, that's quite straightforward. I can see for 3 red counters, there are 2 yellow counters. What about our next sentence? The ratio of red counters to yellow counters is blank to blank. Notice how I've replaced the symbol in between the 2 boxes with the word to. So the ratio of red counters to yellow counters is 3 to 2. What about the next sentence? The ratio of yellow counters to red counters is. I'm noticing that the yellow counters and red counters have just swapped around in the sentence. So what if I did the same with the counters? That makes it easier. I can see the ratio now is 2 to 3. The cards show the ratio of red counters to yellow counters. I need to match the ratios, the statements, and the representations. Let's have a look at our first one. 2 to 3. Well, even by saying it, I can see it doesn't match with the first one. This first statement represents 3 to 2. The next statement represents 2 to 3. That is correct. Let's look at our representations. We are trying to match the ratio of red counters to yellow counters. So for every 2 red counters, there should be 3 yellow counters. I can see from the first representation that there would be 3 red counters to 2 yellow counters. That is not correct. I can see the bottom representation. For every 2 red counters, I have 3 yellow counters. That is correct. And then I can match the other one quite easily, where I can see for every 3 red counters, there are 2 yellow counters. Pause the video now and have a go at questions 1 and 2. What about this representation? We can see we've got some apples, we've got some carrots, and we've got some bananas. The first sentence wants us to compare the carrots to the apples. It might be easier if we can imagine moving the carrots and the apples so we can compare just those two. So we can see the ratio of carrots to apples is for every 3 carrots there are 5 apples. So the ratio of carrots to apples is 3 to 5. What about our next representation? We want to compare apples to bananas. So again, let's take our apples and let's take our bananas. I can see for every 5 apples there are 2 bananas. The ratio of apples to bananas is 5 to 2. What about our third sentence? The ratio of carrots to bananas is blank to blank. Let's take our carrots and let's take our bananas. I can see for every 3 carrots there are 2 bananas. So the ratio of carrots to bananas is 3 to 2. The 3 representing the 3 carrots and the 2 representing the 2 bananas. What about our final sentence? I'm asked to compare all 3. The ratio of carrots to apples to bananas is blank to blank to blank. Let's rearrange them. Now I can see for every 3 carrots I have 5 apples and 2 bananas. So the ratio of carrots to apples to bananas is 3 to 5 to 2. The 3 representing the carrots, the 5 representing the apples, and the 2 representing the bananas. So the ratio is 3 to 5 to 2. Pause the video and have a go at question 3. Let's look at this next representation. I can see a boat fits 4 people. So the ratio of boats to people would be for every 1 boat, there could fit 4 people. What happens if I had more boats and more people? Is it still true for each of these representations that for every boat, there are 4 people? Let's have a look at our first image. We can see in our first picture that there is 1 boat and there are 4 people, the ratio of 1 to 4. And again, in our second image, we can still see for every 1 boat, there is 4 people. This matches our story. And again, for our third one, we can see that we have 3 boats, and in each boat, there are 4 people. Now it's your...
So these are some of the questions that you're going to come across. So you should have completed question 1 and 2 already. And the other questions are looking at similar questions, but looking at in more detail and problem solving around, here are some rulers, for example, question 5, and some pencils. What is the ratio of rulers to pencils? And here are some more rulers and pencils. Ron says the ratio of pencils to ruler is the same as part A. Dora says Ron is wrong because there are more pencils and more rulers. Who is correct? So thinking about in detail, Does the ratio change the more there are, or does it not? Also remember, you have got a learning by questions to complete. And remember, the code is on the website every day, and we'd expect to see your name. Remember, we can see who is completing learning by questions every day. Good luck.